Alrighty, what's up everybody? My peeps, how's it going you sexy bitches? Peter Joseph here for video number 2. On your 2 for Friday. Right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below. You know where it is. Down there in the description box below on this channel and my other channels as well, showing your love and support. And you can also leave a comment if you wish, but if you leave stupid comments, you go bye-bye, you're out of here, you're blocked. If you don't like it, cry me a river and go fuck yourself. That's it. And also, don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram if you dare. And don't forget to turn on, tap the bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss anything, well, you're pretty much SOL. I think we all know what that means already, you know? You missed it, you missed it. I can't help you. So, you missed it too fucking bad. And, that's pretty much it for that. And if you're new here, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab something. Oh, don't grab something, because that'll be weird. Unless you're a lady, you can grab something from me, but it is what it is. But, sit back, relax, grab a cold one, put your feet up, or whatever you gotta do. And, enjoy the show. And like I said, if you like it, great. Thumbs up. If you don't like it, get out of here. Go on somebody else's channel. And go bug them. And do all that shit. Ain't gonna happen on my channel. You're gonna get blocked. And if you don't like it, too bad. And if you keep coming back and do the same shit, you're gonna get blocked every single time until you get it through your head that I don't give a shit. It is what it is. If you're not going to be respectful on my channel or anybody else's channel, then you should not be on this website. Or on social media for that matter. And that's pretty much it. Just go do something else with your time. Don't go on YouTube. Just go on another website. Or just go to sleep or do something with your life. Go out. Go out and get some pussy or get something, you know? But it is what it is. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Alright, hope everybody had a great Friday, the start of the weekend. And, that's, pretty much it. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And if not, well, too bad for you. But if you're a sports fan, especially here in New York, it's going to be a humongous weekend. Get the Rangers! On Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock. I will be there. Can't wait for that. And if you're a baseball fan, well, those stupid Yankees won tonight. Big fucking whoop. Don't care. You know, they're starting the hard part of the schedule. They're playing Tampa Bay. They won tonight. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. Soto hit another steroid-using home run. I don't give a shit. Look what they're playing in that dump. In a freaking sandlot. Otherwise known as the world's most horrible stadium. The world's biggest construction site. Yankee Stadium. That place is a dump. Yeah, but the Yankees won again. Big fucking whoop. Don't care. But how about those Mets? Holy shit. Wake up the Mets. 5 in a row tonight. Beating that schmuck. That could have been a Met, Mr. Yamamoto-san, whipped his ass. And Mets had to come from behind again. And thanks to my boy, Frankie Lindor, with a 2-1 piss missile, dick shot, home run for you dumb people at home. Mets held on and won tonight, 9-4. For their 5th in a row. They've won 4 straight series. They win tomorrow, it'll be 5. But not going to be easy with those Dodgers. But, you know, it is what it is. Shut down Ohtani, that another overpaid schmuck. shut him down pretty well. Manaya, pretty decent outing. Not great, but still. I'll take it. A win is a win. And ever since the Mets going 0-5, they have rolled off. They have gone 11-3 in the last 14 games. That's pretty damn impressive for a baseball team that has a really that came into the season with a really shitty starting rotation. But boy, have they stepped up. Good starts here and there. Severino on Wednesday, pretty good start. Finally went 6 innings. One pitcher finally goes 6 innings. Every time you see the Met game, it's like the pitchers are out in the 4th, 5th inning, and then the garbage bullpen, which has been actually doing some good shit right now, been playing good. Doing some good things. You know, the offense is clicking on all cylinders. Frankie Lindor is getting hot. You know, Alvarez with a double. Harrison Bader, the former Yankee, 4 hits today. He's been playing like a masturbator. Not that kind of masturbator, but that's his name. His last name is Bader, so we call him Master Bader, or Darth Bader. But he's been a real godsend for the Mets. 4 hits today. I mean, he had a game-winning hit the other night. It was amazing. Good shit. And I love it. So what you gotta do in the early season, you gotta win these games, especially against teams you might see in the playoffs, like the Dodgers, probably the Padres, coming up, the Giants. And you got those, I think they play the Padres or the Giants coming up next week. But gotta get through tomorrow. The game will be on Fox tomorrow night. Going head to head with Collision and Rampage tomorrow night. So I'm like, shit, you know. But I have Rampage and Collision on tape, so I'm gonna be out tomorrow night anyway. So I'll watch a little bit of the Met game, and then when I come back home, I'll rewatch Collision and Rampage and hopefully do that review either late tomorrow night or maybe early Sunday with my Dynasty predictions on episode 26 of the Shadow Slayer series, and get that, and then late Sunday night, your Dynasty review, and that's it. And we move on. Tomorrow I'll do Ring of Honor and TNA early before I actually go out to do my things I gotta do, I don't have to do errands, but I have to go out tomorrow. That's late tomorrow. Like in the late afternoon, I have to go out. So you get those two right here on the Kill Demons channel. And then maybe late tomorrow, I would do Collision and Rampage 2-in-1. So maybe 2 or 3 videos tomorrow on your Saturday. And then Sunday, probably be 2 videos, prediction videos for Dynasty and the review for the pay-per-view Sunday night. Should be good. And maybe more good news if the Rangers win. The Rangers win. I will be away at the Ranger game, because I know this game starts at 3, and the game should end about 6, maybe 6:30, depending if it goes into overtime. Well, we don't know that, but we'll see. Hopefully, by the time I get out of the arena and on the train, hopefully I can get home right as Dynasty goes on the air. But we'll see. We shall see. I might miss a little bit of it, so I'm not watching the pre-show. I will not be home for the pre-show. I will hopefully be home by the time Dynasty goes on the air. On pay-per-view. And I will be doing a review. And I will be talking about the Rangers game during my review. I'll do a little bitty part talking about the Rangers game 1. I think game 2 is Monday, so I'm not going to that one. I'm going to game 1, not 2. I would go to game 2, but if it wasn't on a Monday night, but, it is what it is. And then game 3 and 4 are going to be in Washington, and then, if necessary, at game 5, will be at the Garden. I will be at that one, and then Game 7 at the Garden. Depending on what night, I will probably be there. But I don't think it's going to go 7. But you never know. Those Capitals are pesky. So, see how the Rangers do. Number 1 in the league. Best record. Most points. So, hopefully the Rangers don't pull off a Boston Bruins like they did last year. And, went 7 games with the Florida Panthers and choked. Best record in the league, President's Trophy, and they got cursed in the first round and gone. But the way the Rangers are playing right now, they just got to play their game like they've always been doing right now. And Igor's got to stand on his head and then not screw up, because can't screw up in the playoffs. 4 losses, you're out of here. So, apple juice. So we got that. So, we'll see what happens Sunday afternoon at the Mecca, the Garden, the world's most famous arena in the world. Over 18,000 rocking New York Ranger fans. It's gonna be epic. Can't wait. My favorite time of the year, the playoffs, my friends. Especially the NHL playoffs. When the Rangers are in it, I am in full playoff mode. Especially, and then when the Mets are in the playoffs, if they ever get there, but, And then the 49ers! We'll see what happens with that when we get to football season, which is coming up. Well, the draft is, actually, speaking of drafts, the football draft's coming up, I think, next weekend. I think it's next Sunday, actually. It's the 27th or 28th, or somewhere around that. The 26th to 28th, I think, is the draft. So, see who the Jets get, who the Niners get. They draft up. There may be trades. There may be trades for players. And Brandon Ayuk still being talked about every day this week and pretty much last week, that Ayuk wants to get traded. The Steelers have been trying to get him. And then Ayuk saying today that there's gonna be a big trade during the draft. And I'm at this point, I'm gonna look at all these videos, I'm like, fucking trade the guy. Who gives a fuck? We got Debo. I mean, it'll suck because we lose one of our best receivers, but we can gain another receiver. I mean, we really don't need Ayuk, but, he does bring an explosiveness to the team. He gets open, and he's made some big catches for the Niners over the last couple of years, especially in the playoffs. But losing him, it'll hurt, but, we have to move on. But, I think that he's going to get his money probably during the draft or after the draft. He's going to get a monster contract to stay in Santa Clara. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. That's that. Other news, wrestling news. Well, there was, during Smackdown, there was a little bit of spring cleaning today. Zion Quinn, Xia Li, and, shockingly, Jinder by Balls, gone. You're out of here. They got released tonight from the WWE. And now they got 90-day non-compete clauses, so we'll see them in 3 months, probably in AEW or TNA. As far as Xia Li goes, probably go back to China, or, she could be good on the TNA roster. I don't know about the Ring of Honor / AEW roster, because I don't know how Tony Khan would use her. But I think she'll go to TNA and do pretty good stuff with the TNA Knockouts roster. Hey, her and Ash by Elegance, Dana Brooke could form a tag team. They could. You call them the catering whores. Dana Brooke's good at freaking baking cookies, and Xia Li is Xia Li. So That's pretty much it. And then Zion Quinn, who cares where he goes? Man, I mean, his career was garbage. He really didn't do much in NXT. Not much. And then he was dating or married or going out with Harley Cameron. We all know her, right? And now Harley Cameron dumped him, and then his world came crashing down. Now he's released from WWE. He could probably go to TNA or AEW Ring of Honor. Though, what would they do? What would any of them do with him? Harley's seen some other guy now. I don't know who, but lucky that guy's lucky. Should have been me, but I mean, it is what it is. As far as, like I said, as far as Xia Li, Jinder My Balls go, I could probably see him going to TNA, and I don't know what he would do there or in Ring of Honor and AEW. But I could probably see all three of them go to AEW and probably not get used, or go to TNA, maybe get used here and there, but or to just go on the indies like Mason Massey did. Massey and Mansoor, Mansoor and Dio Madden have been rolling on the indie scene. They're tag team champions in some federation. And they did come around to New York. Both of them lost their matches still, but, great to see them. And man, Dio Madden is tall as fuck. I mean, I saw him, I was like, God damn, you're tall. He's huge. Not like Omos huge, but because Omos is like 7'4". Dio Madden is like 6'9", I think. Somewhere like above 6 feet. I'm 5'4", and he's like dwarfs over me. I feel like a midget. I'm not a fucking midget! But it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. And finally, WrestleMania 41 is going to be announced next week. And it could be in Minnesota, but really, Vegas is pretty much the leader right now. Even though Minnesota has a dome, I would assume it's going to be hot in the stadium, but cold there. And they're thinking about having WrestleMania in May. Why? Why would you have WrestleMania in May? I know, yeah, then you can have it in the East Coast because it's a little bit warmer, depending on where you are. I think, and Philadelphia wants to have another WrestleMania. I don't think it's a great idea. And Nick Khan, kind of wants to lean away from WrestleManias being in the Northeast during April because it's cold. Unless you go to Florida. Or anywhere down south. You go to Atlanta, GA, because they have a new dome. That dome looks creepy. It's creepy good, not bad. They can play. They're not at the Georgia Dome. I think it's another name, but I think they redid it, or there's another place. There's a lot of places in Georgia they can go. They can go to the new Georgia Dome, where the Atlanta Falcons play. They can go to the University of Georgia. I think they play in the Dome. They could go to where the Braves play. Truist Field. Well, yeah, they could go there, but who knows? I know SummerSlam's going to be where the Cleveland Browns play, that dump of a field, but that's in August, so all they got to really worry about is rain. Because it's open air, so. It's in August, so. It's August the 3rd, August the 4th, so pretty much a 50-50 chance that the show will go off without a hitch. It won't rain or be tornadoes or anything like that. But you gotta run the risk if you have an open air stadium. unless you go to a stadium that has a dome. I mean, because every WWE event since the beginning of time has not been canceled. WrestleManias haven't been canceled. There was that one year, WrestleMania 37, when there was a tremendous downpour both nights, but they still did the show. Because it was raining like crazy during the pre-show. And then they had lucky for WWE, they got the squeegees out, and the fans were like pretty much soaked. Sucks to be them. But show still went on without a hitch. They cleaned the ramp, they cleaned the ring, they cleaned the ropes. I don't know about this, the seats, obviously, maybe. Because you don't want to sit down in a wet seat after a monsoon just came through. But 37 almost got canceled because of rain. They had a tent above the ring, but still everybody else was getting and plus it was lightning, so it was the safety of the fans and the wrestlers. So you run the risk of that happening in Florida, depending on where they have the event for a big event. I mean, Tropicana Field, you don't have to really worry about that much because there's a dome. Even though that's going to be I heard it's going to be torn down soon, and the Tampa Bay Rays might be getting a new stadium soon. We'll see. And there could be a major event in Salt Lake City, Utah, because now I don't know if it's built yet, but got a new hockey team coming around for the NHL, I believe, next season. The Salt Lake City Sting. Or the Stingers, or something like that. That should be fun. I saw the logo, it's just like a bee. I mean, come on. Huh. Here you are, you're Salt Lake City. It's Sting! Tony Schiavone's freaking doing the first game. That would be electric. You see Tony Schiavone, it's the Salt Lake City Sting! And then after that, you don't hear from him. But the Salt Lake City Sting or Stingers are the new hockey team coming around next year because Phoenix/Arizona Coyotes, bye-bye, so long, farewell. So another team that's basically gone. Like the Hartford Whalers, they moved, I think, to Minnesota. No, the Minnesota North Stars went to Dallas. Became the Dallas Stars. And then there was the Atlanta team. I forgot the name of that damn team. Atlanta Fire, or I forget what it was. I don't even think they don't play them. I don't think they play anymore. I don't even know what happened to them. I really don't care. But, there were a lot of teams that were in the NHL that did good, and then they moved. Vancouver, still the Vancouver Canucks. Vancouver used to be called the Nordiques. Now they're called the Vancouver the Canucks. They were the Canucks, now they're the Nordiques, or whatever they are now. What the fuck is a Canuck, anyway? Well, a Canuck is a schmuck from Canada. That's what they are. It is what it is. You still got the Calgary Flames. You got the Winnipeg Jets. Montreal Canadiens. The Ottawa Senators. Toronto Maple Leafs. Montreal Canadiens. It's just everybody in Canada is fucking playing hockey. Except for, places like Saskatoon. That'll be a funny as fuck NHL team. The Saskatoon, Saskatchewan! Bleh. Going to the Stanley Cup in Saskatoon. We're gonna shoot deer with Brock Lesnar. Because he lives in Saskatoon with his, well, I don't know if he's still with him, but his hot wife Sable and their kids. But now that Brock got involved in that whole Vince McMahon scandal, who knows if Brock and Sable are still together? That would suck if they're not. But it is what it is. But, yep, that's all it is, and that's all it's ever gonna be. But, yeah, WrestleMania looking like it's gonna be in Vegas next year. Date, we don't know. Might be, well, looks like it's gonna be in April again, but it's Vegas, and it's gonna be hot there anyway, and it's a dome at Allegiant Stadium, which is right near the Las Vegas Strip. So NXT will be in Vegas at probably the MGM Grand Arena, and then for Stand and Deliver, and then Smackdown probably be at the MGM Grand Arena with the Hall of Fame, even though the Hall of Fame should be its own night. And then you got night 1 and night 2 at Allegiant Stadium on a Saturday and Sunday night. We'll see what happens with that. But that'll be announced, I believe, next weekend. Sometime next week. Yeah, so we got that. And we all know SummerSlam's going to be in Cleveland. We got Bash in Berlin at the end of August. Like right after, the week after, I believe it's the week after All In 3 in Wembley. And then the week after that, the day after Bash in Berlin, we got All Out in Chicago. So yeah, so the end of August is going to be like WrestleMania weekend all over again with a lot of events. That whole week is going to be crazy in, SummerSlam weekend's going to be crazy in Cleveland. You know, but we'll talk about that later. But good stuff. Alright, I talked for like 27 minutes. Alright, we'll go. Alright, so anyway, so that's a little bit of the news of the day, and, with the Mets winning, the Yankees winning, Rangers starting the playoffs on Sunday, the Knicks, I think they start tomorrow. I don't even know when they start. I don't even give a shit. I hope the Knicks choke. And the Rangers go to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Stanley Cup finals. But we'll see. We start the journey on Sunday. 16 wins to go. So Lord Stanley is ours for the first time in 30 years. Last time the Rangers won the Stanley Cup was 2014, and basically they against the LA Kings. That series hurt. That hurt, because the Rangers looked so good that year. And then 2015 comes along, the Mets were kicking some ass, get to the World Series, sweep the Cubs and the NLCS, and then proceed to take the foot off the gas and lay 2 stinkers in Kansas City when they should have won both games, and then Game 3 they win, and then Game 4 they basically lost that game. So really should have been they should have been up 3-1, and they would have been they would have won that series at least, because Game 5 they had that game, and then the bullpen once again fucked it up. Game 1, 2, and 4 and 5, the Mets bullpen just stunk, and the offense didn't really wake up until Game 3. It sucks, because that season was great, and just the Mets were doing so good. Barely beat the Dodgers. That was the Chase Utley series, which pissed a lot of people off. Was Ruben Tejada broke his leg. If he didn't break his leg, I think the Mets would have won the World Series there, but then again, who knows? But fuck you, Chase Utley. You're out of the league anyway. You're retired. You're gonna probably be in the Hall of Fame, and nobody gives a fuck. Still should have got drilled in the head the game after that incident. And Syndergaard threw behind his back, and then he got thrown out. First fucking pitch. I think it was the first pitch of the game, or first couple pitches of the game. Syndergaard throws behind Utley, the fans go nuts, and then the umpire's like, "You're out of here!" And then Terry Collins going berserk. You gotta give us a shot! You had your shot. We're up the creek here. Stupid fucking umpires. But still, the Mets won 5 games. And then barely won that series. They go to Chicago. I thought it was going to be tough, but the Mets offense just went berserk. Daniel Murphy just probably had one of the best NLCSs in Major League Baseball history. He was going off. And then, they go to the World Series, and then what happens? They lay a stinker. They took the foot off the gas and lost at home in Game 5 to of all teams, the Kansas City Royals, who weren't even that great. Just let them off the hook. Mets could have just swept that series, but let them off the hook. But it is what it is. But, it is. That's that. But, Mets are doing good right now, 11-8. We'll see what they do tomorrow. And then the Yankees got 2 more games against the Tampa Bay Rays. And, it's early. It's April still. It's April right now it's 4:20, so it's 2:30 in the morning. So if you want to smoke a joint, instead of doing it later, you can do it right now. I'm not going to because I don't believe in that shit. I don't smoke. I drink socially, and I don't have promiscuous sex. So I'm pretty much straight edge. So that's a good style of living. Straight edge isn't a style; it's a religion. So it is what it is. I don't smoke. I occasionally have a drink here and there when I'm social drinking, so it doesn't really count as a straight edge persona or whatever, straight edge lifestyle. And I don't have promiscuous sex because I have one woman I have sex with, but it is what it is. I just say I have sex with Kyrie, Asuka, and Io just because they're fucking hot. I mean, and then you got Mina Shirakawa. Forget it. That's a fatal 4-way I would love to have in a bedroom. Really, there'll be a 5-way including me, but, But I digress. Alright, speaking of wrestling, let's get into this review. Alright, it's late. It's Friday night. I got nothing to do, so I'm off on the weekend anyway, so. Alright, on this very late Friday night on video number 2, right here on the Kill Demons channel. Thank you all for watching. Once again, my name is Peter Joseph. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, or whatever the fuck I want to talk about. If you like it, great. Get out of here. Go to bed. Go do something else. And don't forget to check out my AEW Dynamite review on my Peter Joseph channel. The link will be down below in the gobbledygook. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so on this late Friday night, April the 19th, 2024, or if you're watching tomorrow, April the 20th, 2024, 4:20, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late night WWE Smackdown review. Oh, you thought I was going to say Rampage. Rampage is tomorrow. But your Smackdown review for tonight, April the 19th, 2024. And we are emanating from the PPG Paints Arena in Schittsburg, Pennsylvania. A dump of a city with a bunch of dumb fucking teams. Like the Steelers, like the Penguins, like the Pirates. Oh, who got swept by the Mets. Pittsburgh is a clean city this week. Of course, the Mets came to town and whoosh, swept them. Because they suck. And that's pretty much it. Alright, we're a couple weeks away from Backlash in Lyon, France. So, we only have one basic match on the show, and Cody Rhodes defending against either AJ Styles or Eli Drake. And then we'll see what else is going to happen on the show. And we move on with that. Alright, so we have, as always, our commentary team of Corey Slaves and Bad News Reed Bennett. No, I'm afraid I got some bad news. Huh, for you. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so we run down the card for the night. We got Bayley, give me a hug, defending the Smackdown Women's Championship against the number 1 contender, Naomi. That's at the end of the show. And we got a fatal 4-way match to see who faces I Did It, Grayson Waller, and Austin Theory, A-Town Down Under, at Backlash for the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, which are now known as the WWE World Tag Team titles, and then on Raw, it's just the World Tag Team Championship, which I think is retarded, but whatever. And the way that belt looks, oh boy. But you knew that SmackDown Tag Team belts were going to get a new look. Well, let's talk about that in a little bit. Alright, so we started off the show with AJ Styles. Mr. AJ Bad Hair Styles. Bam! He comes out and takes on Eli Drake. That's not an insult. That's a fact of life. Alright. Number 1 contenders match to see who faces Cody at Backlash. And most of the roster was in London for the European tour. So, the show, had some star power, not big stars. Like, Cody wasn't there because he was in London, and to a sold-out crowd, I might add, at the O2 Arena. Gunther was there, Sami Zayn was there, I think Drew was there. A lot of people were there. But most of the SmackDown stars, stayed in the United States to do SmackDown. Alright, so this is a rematch from WrestleMania. And WrestleMania match was a little bit better than this one. So anyway, it starts with Eli grabbing a basic headlock to start, puts the brakes on before AJ can hit that phenomenal drop kick of his. They go to the outside. Eli starts ramming AJ into the announcer's table. Did I hit Corey Graves? Damn. As what Eli does on the outside, knocks people into the announce table and doesn't think about his boy, me. Like, oh, we're gonna get Peter a job. Anyway, not that I need a job, but it is what it is. I would love to work for Hunter, but I'd rather work for Tony Khan and then I don't have to do anything. But I digress. Anyway, but Hunter, Tony, Nick Khan, call me. Hit me up my DMs, man. I'm ready to go. Me and Joe Cronin are ready to go. Just sign us, man. And then sign Issa too. Hunter. Papa H, you want to sign her. You do. Hell, if Roman acknowledged her, she could take Kathy Kelly's job. Basically, well, I would say Kayla Braxton, but I keep Kayla. And then you get rid of Jackie Redmond, you get rid of Kathy Kelly, and you have freaking Issa be the backstage interviewer on Monday Night Raw. Why not? Do it. Let's do it. Then you have two hotties. You have Issa and you have Kayla. What more could you ask for? And then you have Quinn McKay or Kelly Kincaid on NXT. It is what it is. But, Papa H, can you help a brother and sister out here? Tony Khan, man, Not even TNA. I don't want to work for TNA. If I would work for TNA just to be near Rosemary. Not like that. I know she's my demon assassin, my demon bride, but I have respect. She's my friend, like Abaddon. Well, we'll move on with that. But, yeah, I'd love to work somewhere in AEW, Ring of Honor. I work for Tony Khan. I could work for Nick Khan and Hunter. and maybe, just maybe, Steph. But I have to put my differences aside with Stephanie because of the whole Ashton Massaro thing. But I still work for Hunter. I'll set up the ring. I'd rather do commentary, but, just saying. And then, hell, if, Tony Khan maybe, talk to Mr. Obari's son, I'll go to Japan. Just gotta figure out what I'm gonna eat, because, Japanese food. Besides the sushi, if you know what I mean, right, with the ladies. Besides eating that, I'll be probably going to, like, McDonald's all day. That would be my lunch, my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Or I go to Applebee's. Or TGI Fridays. Maybe I'll find fat masa, Oh, we go to TGI Fridays, we have drinks, and then we have sushi. Yeah, that's after. That's our dessert there, fat masa. Ha ha! But I digress. But yeah, I'd love to go to the Kurikan Hall. I'd love to go to the Tokyo Dome. That's the only two places I would actually go. The Tokyo Dome and the Egg Dome maybe, and Kurikan Hall. Just go there and have fun. Just keep those goddamn Asian chicks away from me. No, I'm kidding. Am I kidding? I don't know. I'll be a new man. I'm like, I'm working in Japan. What about your wife? I have to bring her along, but, I'm like, I have to, like, unless she wants to stay home and go with some other guy, I'm with the Asian chicks. But, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just joking around, but if it happens, it happens, I'd love to work for Japan. I'd love to go to Japan. I don't have a lot of money right now to go to Japan, because it costs, like, a fortune. And the time difference is gonna annoy the crap out of me. Because it's, it's, right now, this video, it's Saturday, early Saturday morning, here in the States. It's almost Sunday in Japan. Because of the time and date difference. It's like going to Australia, mate, same thing. Or Korea, or China, or Mongolia, or whatever. Time in, or going to Guam, or Samoa, America Samoa, of course. Going over the international date line, it's a pain in the butt. Not that I know about it, but, I would assume it's a pain in the ass plane ride. Because you're going, hi Saturday, oh, it's Sunday here. Wait, where did Saturday go? We missed it. Get the old Spaceballs reference going to Japan. Now, what happened to then? We missed it. Where are we? We're at now. Everything we're doing right, everything we're talking about is happening right now. What happened to then? We missed it. Damn! Who? When? How? Spaceballs is a timeless classic. It's just epic. Love that movie. And if you hate Spaceballs, then you got a problem. Pizza the Hut! I see your horse is as big as mine. Now let's see how well you use it, Lone Star. Evil will always triumph, because good is dumb. Pretty much. But I digress. Alright, enough about that. Alright, let's get to AJ versus Eli 2. Alright, so Eli grabs a headlock to start, puts the brakes on before AJ hits that phenomenal drop kick of his. They go to the outside, and like I said, Eli rams AJ into the announcer's table over and over and over and over again. Then a running dropkick through the ropes puts AJ down again. As we go to break, we come right back. Eli's still in control. But then they hit stereo cross bodies for a double down. And then they slug it out. Eli wins the exchange. Takes AJ up top. And then we get a top rope superplex gives Eli a near fall, but AJ comes right back with a Pele kick. Excuse me. And tries to go for the phenomenal form, but it's a little bit too early. So Eli slams him down, sets up that jumping Eli Drake, yeah, elbow drop of his. And then he's looking for the BFT, but AJ heads to the apron and then does the old Rowdy Piper. Happy birthday, by the way. I think it was yesterday or the day before that. Happy birthday to the hot rod. Boop, poke in the eye. And the referee is like, it looked like he was distracted. I don't know what the hell Charles Robinson was looking at. But anyway, AJ sets up the phenomenal forearm and he hits it. 1, 2, 3 in 11 minutes. AJ Styles is going to Backlash. And he gets a title shot against Cody in France on May the 4th be with you. So, we got AJ Styles versus Cody at Backlash. I'm hoping AJ wins, but it's Cody's first defense of the belt, so you know Cody's going to win, which sucks. You never know, they could change the title at any time. Any time. You know, but Cody's not going to be a transitional champ. I don't think. I think he's going to hold it, so probably SummerSlam. Or then again, maybe he loses it at WrestleMania 41. But we'll see what happens with all of that. Alright, move on. Alright, so I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, then we get a look back at Tama Tonga making his WWE debut last week, and him and Solo Mibuki basically storyline writing off Jimmy Uso and basically kicking him out the bloodline. So we'll see what they're going to do with the wise man. My name is Paul Heyman this week. And speaking of that, we go to our next segment from early in the day. We see Paul Heyman outside the arena, and then a black car comes up, and somebody's in it, and out comes Solo Mibuki, Solo Sikoa, in a very nice suit. I wonder where he got it from. Oh, that's right. My sponsor. That's the Men's Warehouse. You want to look good to go on Smackdown? Do you want to look good in general? You want to impress your lady? You know? You want to get a nice wardrobe because some of you need it? Then you go to the Men's Warehouse and you tell them Peter Joseph sent you. Because when you go there, especially when I go there, I get the good stuff. You know why? Because I'm going to like the way I look. They can guarantee it. But for some of you, I don't know. But go to the Men's Warehouse, tell them Peter Joseph sent you, and maybe you get a discount. Maybe, but who knows. But, yeah, I think, WWE has been watching my videos. I think. I could probably almost bet they watch my videos because, they had a lot of Men's Warehouse commercials. It's like, oh, this match is sponsored by the Men's Warehouse. I was like, oh yeah, you better, Hunter's been watching my shit. Now give me a job. That's the next step. We're at step 1. Now we have to get to step 2. But is it gonna happen? Probably not. I mean, WWE, if they need to hire people, let's sign a. Let's give this 47-year-old schmuck from Brooklyn, New York a try. Why not? That's the worst thing can happen. Hey, you can pair me up with Booker T. Oh, me and Booker T were just going to town on, freaking NXT when Trick Williams comes out. Booker T would do his usual stuff like, yeah, oh yeah, man, oh yeah, man. And then, next thing you know, you hear me go, Shimon! Trick Willie! Come on, Booker! Say your line, Booker, come on! Shimon! Trick Willie! That would be hilarious. Me and Booker T on commentary. Like, Jesus Christ. Booker T, gonna lay down the Smackdown news, Booker T, Black Snow. It's like, I would say, hey Booker, whatever happened to Chet Lemon? If you ever watch TNA, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you need to look it up. I'm just saying. Chet Lemon and Black Snow. And then you have freaking Scott Steiner on freaking ring announcing. This next match is scheduled for one fall from Dunkin' Donuts, Bully Ray. So all you white trash, trailer park trash, hillbilly rednecks, this next match is scheduled for one fall. Good old Scott Steiner, you gotta love it. Right, Scott? How's those freaks out there, Got any for me? No? Damn. No, not tonight? Tomorrow? Okay. Are they nice looking? Oh, that one? I like your freaks, man, but that's for you. I got my own, Yeah, I know she is. She's fat! Hey, easy, Scott. Calm down. She's not that fat, okay? Stop it. That son of a bitch is fucking fat! Scott, calm down. I'll make her... No, you won't. You ain't gonna do nothing. You're gonna stay there, and you're gonna bang Medeja and all your other freaks, okay? Calm down, eat your Snickers. Just chill, okay? Chill. Thank you. Anyway, she's fat! Hey, I said quiet. I know. Good old Scott Steiner. You gotta love it. Alright, so anyway, speaking of fat, Mr. Paul Heyman is waiting for someone to come in, and Solo Boogie, like I said, comes in a nice suit, meets up with Paul in the back, in the parking lot, and, talking to Paul, and Paul's like, well, where's Tama Tonga? And Tama's like, behind you. And he's in a nice little suit, even though he's open up, showing his massive freaking body and everything. And Solo introduces him as the newest member of the Bloodline. So Jimmy, bye, Mr. Tama Tonga in. And sooner or later, we're going to get another guy named Jacob or Zila Fatu. We don't know when they're going to debut, but it's coming. Anyway, so Heyman doesn't seem sure that, about all this. He's like, we don't do things here. We have to go through, things with Roman. And Solo cuts him off and says, is Kevin Owens here? And then, the wise man's like, well, he should be in the arena. And then Solo's like, take me to him. Yes, this way, sir. Paul is nervous as fuck. Because he got two killers right there, man. Holy shit. So, they're going into the arena to look for Kevin Owens for some odd reason. And, that's it. We'll move on. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we go to the ring, and we have a little ceremony, and it's going to be for the new look Smackdown Tag Team Championships. Alright, so we have Nicholas Aldis in the ring. He introduces the game. Paul Triple H Levesque. So, the game comes out, and it's time to play the game. Gonna wipe my face. Let me has to sing. Which is cool cute, So anyway, Triple H comes out, talks about the amazing future that Adam Pearce and Nicholas Aldis are leading us into the new era. And then he brings up the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Oi did it. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. They come out in, summer shirts looking decent. And thankfully, they get right to the point. And, it's like, oh, we're great. They don't want to give them belts back. And then Hunter's like, you're going to now be known as the WWE Tag Team Champions, complete with new belts. So, we see the belts. Hunter unveils the belts. And I look at them like, holy shit! They look good! They look like the 80s belts. No, the Demolition 80s belts. Just without the red and gold. They have the gold. They don't have the blue and the red in it. But they look great. Way better than the Raw Tag Team belts, which are basically look like the world title. And the World Women's Championship, the Raw Women's Championship. But just with a little freaking red decal on it. Just says World Tag Team Champions. That's a stupid looking belt. Not great. It's an upgrade from the basic penny tag team belts. But if you couldn't make it a different design like the Smackdown belts look. Hunter, get on the ball. Come on. But those Smackdown tag team belts kind of brings a tear to my eye because of those 80s style looking belts. They look great. It's gold. It's all gold. It should have looked like the 80s belts. I miss those 80s belts. And now that Hunter's basically giving out new designs, Cody's gonna get probably a version of the Winged Eagle title. Probably on Raw this Monday night. I'm surprised they didn't do it last Monday night. When he won the belt, he should have got a new look belt. But I guess it wasn't ready yet. I don't know. But anyway. Alright. So, he gives them the belts. So, he's like, since we have new champions, we need new challengers. So, he mentions a fatal four-way match happening right now for those belts. And Grayson and Austin Theory are like, what? What are you talking about? So we get that. So, I gave the belt ceremony 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright. So then, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory stay at ringside, go on commentary for the next match. But before that, we go to the back. I think it was with Kayla Braxton. She talks to Naomi, who says that she isn't letting her friendship with Bayley, give me a hug, get in the way of winning the women's the SmackDown Women's Championship later on. And we'll see what happens with that. You think Naomi's gonna win? No. And that's it. Alright, then we go to the Fatal 4-Way match to see who faces off with Grayson Waller and Austin Theory at a later date, probably a Backlash. Alright. So we had the Street Profits of Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, who came out with B-Fab and the Almighty Bobby Lashley. Alright, so they came out. They're taking on British Strong Style of the Cruiserweight Pete fucking Dunne and the man who has bigger thighs than Randy Orton, and that's Tyler Bate. They take on the Authors of Pain, Akam and Razor, who came out with the rest of their Final Testament squad, Killer Cross, the very hot Scarlet Bordeaux, and Precious Paul Ellering. And then they take on the Mexican Wolves, part of Legado del Fantasma, and that's Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo, who came out with Santos Escobar and the very hot Elektra Lopez. Alright, so match was okay. Pretty good match. Also with Montez Ford, basic headlock on Tyler Bate, basic technical wrestling, and knocks him down without much effort. And then Humberto Carrillo comes in, gets in a cheap shot on Montez Ford, sets up a running knee from Angel Garza, and then the Authors of Pain ain't gonna have any of that. They come in and beat the fuck out of everybody as we go to break. We come back. Akam hits Montez Ford in the face, grabs an over-the-shoulder backbreaker. Montez manages to slip out and gets right over to Tyler Bate for a tag. And then all 8 men are in the ring. And then the champs are like, oh, look at the title. It's great. Let's polish it up. And then we get a Mega Tower of Doom spot. And then everybody gets knocked down. Tyler Bate then gets double gorilla press slammed off the top rope by the Mexican Wolves to make it even worse. And then we get an assisted power bomb for a near fall on Tyler Bate. But British Strong Style comes right back with stereo ankle locks to Legado. That gets broken up. We go to another break. We come back again. And Razor power bombs Angelo Dawkins and Tyler Bate at the same time. Ouch. And then British Strong Style once again escape the Super Collider. And then knock both members of the Ultimate Pain outside. And then once again everything breaks down. Humberto Carrillo hits a springboard spinning kick to face for a near fall on Angelo Dawkins. But then he comes back, right back, with the Doomsday Blockbuster. They're about to win the match. But then Tyler Bate snaps Dawkins' fingers before British Strong Style and Montez Ford all hit Flippy Gibbity News on the floor to woke the crowd up. And then they all get back in. Humberto clotheslines Tyler Bate, sets up for Angel Garza's Lion Salt, and goes for the cover, but then we see Montez Ford hit that frog splash from the heavens, and then Angelo Dawkins hits the Revelation. I think that's that spine buster of his, and pins Angel Garza in 17 minutes and change. 1, 2, 3. So the Street Profits are the number one contenders to the Smackdown Tag Team belts, and they will face Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, most likely at Backlash. I don't know if they're gonna win the belts. I'd like them to, but it's the first defense of Grayson and Austin Theory, so I would probably say the Street Profits will win them sooner or later, but probably later. But excuse me. We'll see what happens with that. But all in all, great Fatal 4-Way match, and I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. Let me move on. Alright, then we see Mommy Rhea Ripley sadly vacating the Raw Women's Championship on Raw due to her shoulder injury, and we find out that we're going to have a Battle Royal on Raw to determine the winner and new Raw Women's Champion. We got Liv Morgan in it, Nia Jax is in it, Chelsea Green, I think Piper Never in it, Maxine Dupree is in it, Indy and Candice are in it. All the women are basically in it on Raw. The entire Raw roster is on it, basically. So, obviously, guess who wins? Liv Morgan, most likely, will win. And I heard that Raquel Rodriguez is now off the roster because of her disease that she has. Some type of weird injury. I mean, it's that disease thing she had with her skin. So, hopefully she gets better. We'll see her on the main roster again soon. But we'll see what happens with that. And we get that. Alright, then we go to Bayley. Give me a hug. With Kayla. She's a bit shaken up by what she just saw Rhea Ripley do on Monday Night Raw. But she says, I'm not losing this belt tonight. Well, we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that, we see Paul Heyman, the Wise Man, and Solo, me bookie, still looking for Kevin Owens. Heyman tells Solo that he, meaning Solo, isn't allowed to make the decisions around here just yet. You know, because we're still going by the Tribal Chief. And Solo's like, are you done yet? Are you done talking there, Wise Man? I'm sorry. So, they go into the arena, and then after the break, Paul Heyman does his usual shtick. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Talks about being one of the better backstage politicians in WWE. That's true. And then we stop for a minute as the crowd starts up. We want Roman! We want Roman! Put up your ones, motherfuckers. We don't forget Roman, our tribal chief. Always forget. Always forget. Always remember and always acknowledge him. And that is our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and he's coming back real soon to make all you ladies wet in your pants. Well, only one lady. We all know that is. Wait till he comes back. Her reaction. Oh boy. I think when she sees Roman, she's going to scream, and who knows what's going to happen on that live stream. Holy shit. Too bad we don't have black bars and everything. I mean, she might strip down naked when she sees Roman. I'm not talking about her dog, but Roman Reigns. She's gonna go berserk. She might need to change her clothes and her panties, because they're gonna be all wet. I wish I was there. No, I'm kidding. Or am I? Anyway. So, blah, blah, blah. So, Paul's like, Solo, you don't make decisions around here just yet. You have to, you have to listen to Roman. So like I said, they go into the arena, and we want Roman chant from the crowd. So Heyman's like crying, he's kind of broken up. And then he's about to talk again, and Solo's like, give me the mic! Give me the fucking mic! And the fans start giving him nuclear heat. Basically, they give him the dom-dom treatment. Ouch. And, basically, Solo says, I had to lose a brother to gain a new member of the bloodline, and that man is Tonga. And then Solo stops, looks towards the entranceway, and then we see Kevin Owens basically get thrown out of the entranceway, and he is busted wide open. I mean, he has a big, humongous gash on his head, blood just like, right, like a big, humongous crimson mask. And then we see Tonga come out, and it continues to beat the fuck out of him. And then referees try to stop this, and they kind of break it up a little bit. They try to help Owens to the back as Tonga goes in the ring, and then him and Solo put up their ones, and Heyman has to do what he has to do. Put up your one. And then Owens, he has that fight mentality. Even if he's busted wide open, he's still gonna kick somebody's ass. So, he's really bloody. He's able to come back, fight off Solo and Tonga, but that doesn't work that long. He still gets beat down again. And then eventually, Nicholas Aldis comes out with more referees. We got like Jimmy Noble and a couple other agents. They come in. And then the entire bloodline leaves. Heyman's like, selling the hell out of this. He's fearing for his life. And then, the fans are like, we want Roman. And we're not going to see Roman yet. I think we'll see Roman in June, or probably July or by SummerSlam. Because he will be back on Smackdown, and it's going to be, like I said, the women, one woman is going to have a humongous flood in her apartment. And, everybody else is going to be going crazy when Roman comes back as a face. But I always bring him back as a face, but still have those heel mentality. Like, Solo, how dare you disrespect me? And so it's like, I don't give a damn about you. I'm like, oh, really? How about I kick your ass at SummerSlam? And then Roman wipes the floor with him. And then eventually we get Roman versus Tonga, Roman versus Jacob Orzila Fatu. And then eventually we'll see Roman versus The Rock. Probably at WrestleMania 41. We're hoping for that, but the way it's looking right now. I'm just taking off my sandal. My chiclada. But eventually, they want to do Cody versus The Rock. Whether it be for the title or not. But, they're saying Rock might have another match this year. do it at SummerSlam. Rock Cody at SummerSlam for the belt. You don't have. I mean, you can have Rock win the belt, and then, or Cody. No, Cody beats The Rock thanks to Roman coming back, and the crowd goes berserk. And then you start setting up the War Games match in November, and then eventually, either at the Royal Rumble or at Mania, I would have either Roman win the Rumble or Roman wins the Elimination Chamber. And then he faces Cody for the belt, gets the belt back. And then, maybe you do Roman versus Rock on night 2, which would have been this year. But, Seth Rollins had to fuck that up, and Cody fucked it up too. And, well, thank you to Phil too. But it is what it is. Alright, so we got all that, and a bag of chips. So that segment was great, 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. And then after the break, we go to the parking lot, where Heyman sees the damage that happened, that, there was a big car accident in that dreaded parking lot. And then we see Nicholas Aldis basically, dragging Heyman to where the accident happened. And he's like, well, one of these rental cars is Tama Tonga's and one of these is Kevin Owens. So Heyman's like, we didn't do this, this and that. So then Nick Aldis starts threatening him with repercussions if he doesn't get the bloodline under control. And then he talks about the draft next week and says that consequences also have repercussions or some shit like that. So I'm like, uh-oh. Either Heyman's gonna get fired, storyline fired, and then he comes back with Roman, or, I don't know. We'll have to see next week what happens with the bloodline. And then he's like, we don't do this here at Smackdown. We settle things in the ring. So, looks like we're going to get Tama Tonga in his first official match on SmackDown against Kevin Owens. Or that match might happen at Backlash. We'll see. We'll see what happens with all that. Then we move on. Alright, so I gave that segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, back to the arena we go to our next match. Santos Escobar taking on Carlito, who spits in the face of people who don't want to be cool. Alright, so we got Elektra Lopez and the very hot Zelina Vega at ringside. So we had two hot as fuck Puerto Rican chicks at ringside. All that was missing was me. No. Alright, so it was a meh match, nothing great. Carlito hammers away to start, sends Santos to the outside, sets up a dropkick through the ropes, and then, Carlito, being, thinks he's great and all, we see Zelina go like, yay! And then, Carlito puts Zelina on his shoulders, meaning his big old afro was up her, woo-ha! Lucky guy! I wonder how Tommy N feels about that. I don't know. But it should have been me. Putting my shoulder/neck up one hot piece of ash, Zelina Vega's woo-ha. But anyway. So, Zelina poses on Carlito's shoulders as we go to break. We come back, Santos Escobar snaps off a Super Hurricane Rana. And, Zelina's like, terrified. And then, locks in the armbar, but Carlito fights his way up to make a comeback with a clothesline. And then Zelina Vega and Elektra Lopez get, involved on the floor. We get a really bad looking, looked like Zelina was trying to do for a Hurricane Rana, and Elektra blocked it, and she was gonna like swing her into the freaking barricade, and she kind of went. Bleh. I was like, Botchamania. We got that. That looked like crap. And that distraction, anyway, it worked because it let Santos kick the ropes into Carlito's nutsack. And then he picks up Carlito, hits the Phantom Driver, 1, 2, 3, in a little over 7.5 minutes. This match ends, and it was kind of boring. And I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. We move on. Alright, after that, we go to the Skybox. Way up there. And we see Caleb Braxton with Damage Control, the lovely ladies of Damage Control, Dakota Kai, and my Asian wives, Asuka and Kairi, the women's tag team champions, looking great. And then we have Io. Io, don't you know, Sky. Oh, wifey number 1, number 2, and number 3. All looking great. And then, Super Caleb Braxton opens a big mouth and says, oh, we have Asuka and Kairi, the tag team champions. We have Dakota Kai here. We have the former women's champion, Io. And Io's like, what did you say, you Billiken bitch? She was ready to kick her ass clear out of the Skybox. So they all going at it. They were basically about to really give Kayla a mouthful. Not like that. And then we see from the other Skybox, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. So Jade and Bianca Belair pop up right next to them to watch the main event. So you know what that means? Jade and Bianca are going right after Asuka and Kairi for those tag team belts, and you know they're gonna win it, and then eventually lose it. And then at SummerSlam, we got Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair 1-on-1, and when Bianca turns heel, because you know what's happening. So sucks that Asuka and Kairi are gonna lose the belts to them. And then, I don't know what's going to happen with the rest of Damage Control, what Io does at this point. Io should get her goddamn rematch. I don't know when it's going to happen, but... because at this point, you got Naomi going after Bayley. She has her title shot. And then Tiffy Tiffany Stratton, in the background. And then Io is waiting for her her rematch. So basically, you could do a fatal 4-way match if you wanted to at Backlash. But we all know Io's not going to get the belt back. So it's basically between Bayley and Tiffany Stratton. I want Tiffy Tiff to win the belt. I don't think right now it's probably not going to happen, but I think by the end of the year, we'll probably see Tiffy Tiff with the belt, and it's going to be great. And Daddy's going to be happy. Daddy! We will do that later. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so I get a 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to Cody! MDKOD Cody! You bitch! Alright, so Cody cuts a promo from the UK tour at the O2 Arena. That happened earlier tonight. Yesterday, basically. So Cody praises AJ Styles and says that he's looking forward to the title match at Backlash. So we'll probably see Cody and we have a contract signing next week between Cody and AJ, plus the draft. So we'll see what happens with that. So basically, we got a 2-week build for Cody and AJ, which kind of sucks, but And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening for the Smackdown Women's title. We have Bayley, Give Me a Hug, taking on Naomi. And match itself was okay, not great. It's also got Naomi fighting over basic wrist control. Bayley takes her down into a basic armbar. Naomi fights up with a springboard bulldog. Then she hits the rear view, which usually gets her to win, but thankfully, Bayley kicked out at 2. As we go to break, we come back. Naomi hits a high cross body for a near fall. Bayley knocks her down to get the momentum back. Goes for the top rope elbow, and Naomi got the knees up. Ouch, that had hurt. Then she grabs a slingshot X Factor. Impressive, inventive. Goes for a split-legged moonsault, hits Ray's knees. And now Bayley, who was limping a little bit with her leg, I don't know where that came from, goes up to the top, hits the top rope elbow for a near fall, goes for the rose plant to finish off Naomi, but Naomi pulls her into a reverse Rings of Saturn. Ow. That had to hurt. Bayley somehow gets the ropes in time. And then they slug it out, start yelling at each other. Bitch, you hit me! Bitch! You know, stuff like that. And then both of them basically fall to the floor. And then Bayley hits Bayley the belly on the announcer's table. Ow. And then she's trying to throw Naomi back in. But Tiffany Stratton, Daddy! You know, she comes out, jumps Bayley from behind. The referee's like, that's it. No contest, DQ, finish. In over 11 minutes. So, really, no winner here. So, that's that. Alright, match itself was okay. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then after the match, Tiffy continues to beat down, sends both women in the ring, and then goes up top, hits a double prettiest moonsault ever, because it's Tiffy time. She hits that beautifully, and then she gets up, and she celebrates like, yay, I'm gonna win the belt. I'm gonna win the belt for Daddy! Daddy, I'm gonna win it for you! Okay, sunshine, you do your best. You bring that belt home to Daddy, and he's gonna give you a special present. Ooh, what is it, Daddy? Oh, I'll tell you when you win the belt there, sunshine. And then we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so might be a fatal 4-way match, or it might be a triple threat match at Backlash with Tiffy, Bayley, and Naomi. Maybe Io gets involved, make it a fatal 4-way, but we have to see next week on the program what happens with that. And maybe Damage Control could get split up in the draft. Anybody that's a tag team can get split up, even if you're in a faction. So, the Bloodline might split up. You know, yeah, basically you have Solo and Tama Tonga and the Wise Man. The Wise Man can go to Raw and he has nothing to do. But I think the Bloodline will stay intact on SmackDown. Cody will get drafted to SmackDown. And Poppy Priest will stay on Raw. I don't know what's gonna happen with the women's championships. Bayley might go to Raw, and then Liv Morgan might go to SmackDown. And then Rhea Ripley, in turn, will go to SmackDown. And Charlotte Flair will probably stay on Raw. There might be some surprises. On the main roster, major main roster people will go down to NXT. Ilya will get drafted to probably Raw. Roxy might get drafted to SmackDown, but then she has to lose the belt. Obviously. So, I wouldn't be surprised at Spring Break this coming Tuesday that Tatum Paxley wins the belt back. Or they give it back to Lyra, which will make no sense, because Roxy won the belt from Lyra at Stand and Deliver. So, she's going to hold it for 2 weeks and then go to the main roster? I'd rather have Roxy stay in NXT and hold the belt for a couple of months, then go to the main roster. Later on, August or September. Not go in April, and then, what are you going to do with the belt? If she gets drafted to SmackDown, then she's going to be on Tuesday and Friday nights. Up until, September, when, SmackDown's going to be on USA, but as far as Raw, I don't know where Raw is going to go pretty much from September on. It might just be on Peacock. Until it goes on Netflix in January, so... And then we got NXT, on the CW11. What day, we don't know. And same thing for SmackDown. We don't know what day it's going to be. If it's going to stay on SmackDown on Friday nights on the USA Network. Or it's going to go to Thursday nights. Could go to Tuesday nights. Who knows? Well, we'll see. by September, right after Labor Day, we'll find out where Raw is going to be on for the rest of this year. And then we know in October, NXT will be on the CW11, and Smackdown will be on the USA Network. So, for those people that have cable, they have cable and satellite. Like I have satellite, I have the rich man's dish. I can still watch SmackDown. I can still watch NXT. I just can't watch Raw because I don't have. I used to have a Netflix subscription, but now I don't because it's too much money. $15 a month is just way too much. But there are other ways to watch Monday Night Raw on Monday nights. That's why they call it a free stream. What do you think they have? WatchWrestling.co or whatever. You know, you can just find a legal stream. Like sometimes they'll have it on Daily Motion, and they'll have it on somewhere else. Or you go to WatchWrestling.ch or whatever it is now. You know, and you go on the site, you find a site that, I tried to go for the HD stream, but, sometimes the streams are wacky. But I can still get most of the matches, which is fine, but, I'd rather have, it back on cable, but I guess we're going to have to wait 10 years for that. And who knows what's going to happen with the Netflix deal. If it gets a lot of subscribers, great for that. Great for Netflix. But still, I'd rather it be on TV. But then again, if you want to open the TV negotiations again, where would Raw go now? Would it stay on the USA Network on Monday night? Or go to FX? Or go somewhere else? I'd rather it go to FX. Or I would say sci-fi, but anyway, as of September, Raw may not even be on TV. So we're going to have to watch it on Peacock, or we're going to have to watch it on a legal stream up until the Netflix deal starts the first Monday of January, 2025. So technology is changing. Pretty much, we're gonna probably see the end of cable pretty soon because everything's getting streamed anyway. So I don't know how long the I think the NXT deal with CW11 is for a couple years. SmackDown's deal with USA, who knows how long that is. And AEW's TV deal is coming up this year too. So I don't know if they're gonna stay on TBS and TNT for another couple years, or they're gonna go, wherever. I heard something about their streaming service is gonna be starting soon with HBO Max. So Dynamite could be off TBS and TNT. So everything will be on HBO Max. So it means you gotta pay like $9.99 a month for that. Fortunately, I get that for free, so I don't have to worry about it. I can still watch it on a legal stream anyway if I wanted, I had to. So basically, everything's gonna be turning into streams pretty soon. So cable and satellite TV will be pretty much extinct pretty soon, and everybody's gonna have to get like a PS4, a PS5, PS6, Xbox, just to watch Raw in their house or on their computer screen. Well, on the computer, you can watch it on well, I don't know if you can download Peacock on the computer. I think you could, but we'll see. You can watch it on the computer. You can on a legal stream or whatever you're gonna watch it from. But we'll see what happens with that. All right. Anyway, that is it. I am dead tired, so I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go to bed, and you should too, unless you're in the West Coast. That's it. Alright, so that ends SmackDown Tiffy Tiff. Making a nice little impact, no pun intended. With that, and she wants in on the SmackDown Women's title scene. So we'll see what happens next week. on the program and the draft as well. I think Tiffy will stay on SmackDown along with Bayley. Damage Control can get split up. They can go their separate ways. Who knows what would happen with that? So yeah, next Friday night is going to be very exciting with the first couple of rounds of the draft with Raw and SmackDown and NXT. And then it concludes on April the 29th edition of Monday Night Raw. And I think there is a supplemental draft as well. So, but we got that. So, next Friday, I'm not going to do a video saying who should go where, because it's impossible. But I will do a SmackDown review talking about the draft, and then Raw on the 29th. And then after, probably maybe after the supplemental draft is done, I'll do like one big video talking about the draft, like who won the draft, SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and then we'll go from there. Do a little like overall recap of the draft, and we'll go from there. And then that's it. We go into the month of May, and that's that. But don't forget to hit that bell so when the next video comes, which will probably be tomorrow with my TNA and Ring of Honor reviews before I go out for the evening. We got that on this channel, Kill Demon 669, and then probably late tomorrow night, once again here on the channel. So you're probably a two for Saturday or a triple threat Saturday. TNA, Ring of Honor, and Collision and Rampage. But that's going to be one big 2-for-1 video. So you got that. And then on Sunday, a 2 for Sunday, AEW Dynasty predictions on episode 26 of The Shadows Lair, over on the Shadows Lair backup channel. And then later on the Peter Joseph channel, your AEW Dynasty review. And then we start fresh on Monday with Monday Night Raw, the go-home show before the second night of the draft. And then we got that. Next Wednesday's Dynamite. The aftermath of Dynasty. Tuesday night, NXT Spring Break-In Night 1. And then Thursday night, we got Ring of Honor. And then we got TNA, the aftermath of Rebellion, which is tomorrow night. Not really gonna watch most of it, but I'll probably give the review. Maybe we'll see what happens with that. Maybe I'll do it on Twitter later on, or I might mention it early on in the review, then lead into Collision and my Rampage Collision review, and then we got that. Hopefully, Rosemary and Jessica Havoc of the Prophecy win those tag team belts back from Jody Threat and her partner. And we'll see what happens with that. We got Moose defending the TNA World title against Dolph Ziggler. That should be interesting. We got Jordan Grace against Stephanie DeLander. Persia Parada. Heard that Matt Cardona, woo, you blew it. Well, he blew out his pec and just had surgery on it. So, don't know what's going to happen with that situation, if it's even true or not. Because you know how Matt Cardona is sometimes. But if it's true, I don't think we're going to see Matt Cardona tomorrow night at Rebellion. As Jordan Grace takes on Steph DeLander for the Knockouts title. We'll see what happens with that. There's been a weird lights out vignette videos shown. We don't know who that is. Tommy Dreamer thinks it's him. It's not. So we'll have to see what happens with that. The Motor City Machine Guns are gone. They just had their last match on Impact last night. So we'll talk about that in my Impact review. Probably see the Motor City Machine Guns in AEW at Dynasty. That should be fun. And that tag team division is going to get really red hot. FTR, the Bucks, Motor City Machine Guns. Those three teams going after the tag team belts. And then you got the Ass Boys, You got the Acclaimed, and you know, got the House of Black. So many great tag teams. I would say the Best Friends, but they're all broken up. Top Flight, Darius and Dante Martin. Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal can be thrown in there. The Undisputed Kingdom. You know, so many great tag teams. You just add another big, red-hot one in the Motor City Machine Guns, which I would love to see Bucks, Motor City Machine Guns kind of renew their feud from TNA and Ring of Honor and Japan. Now it's going to be in AEW, probably after Dynasty, leading into Forbidden Door and Double or Nothing. You might see the Bucks versus the Motor City Machine Guns at Double or Nothing. You could see, or maybe they do something on Dynamite for Fyter Fest or for Fight for the Fallen. Who knows? But having the Motor City Machine Guns in AEW, they could also wrestle for Ring of Honor and get the Ring of Honor tag team belts. They've held them before, but we'll see what happens. They held the Ring of Honor tag team belts, I think, once or twice, and they were the team that beat and ended the 364-day reign of terror from the Kings of Wrestling, Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Hero, in New York City. I forgot what event that was, but I was there. I think it was Manhattan Mayhem. I think it was Manhattan Mayhem 3. I could be wrong on that one, but I was there in the crowd. I think Rosa was there too. I could be wrong on that one too. But no, I think she was there, because I remember that because I held up. I have I think it was the purple or the blue Kings of Wrestling shirt. I held it up backwards for the fucking camera like an idiot. But I was there for that match when Claudio and Chris Hero, the Kings of Wrestling, lost the belts to the Motor City Machine Guns. I think it was the same event that Roddy won the world title from Seth Rollins, then known as Tyler Black. And the crowd at the Grand Ballroom were basically saying, basically giving it to Tyler Black, saying, "Hey, say hello to Cena," But I think we were chanting Cena's bitch, something like that. And Seth Rollins knew he was gonna be Cena's bitch eventually, so that was good times. I think that was the show when Nana yelled at Rosa. It's like, "Hey, fat girl," Like, "Hey, wait a minute." But, it is what it is. Prince Nana loves me. Not like that. But he's my boy, He's from Brooklyn, just like me. And he was the guy that introduced me to my mentor, Mr. Joel Maximo. That's how I started my brief wrestling career. Training for a couple months, and then I had to stop. Because, one, the money, two, the pain. I was trying to withstand it, and then, but I was like, you know what? I got more things to worry about than, starting a wrestling career. Which I didn't even want to train. I wanted to just, do commentary. But Joel kind of coerced me into doing some training, 2 times a week, which I did. I come home freaking hurt. Like, the first night I came home, I was like, I could barely walk. But thankfully, the train was like a couple blocks away. So I kind of limped to the train station, got home late. I was in tremendous pain. Had to take a shower, take some maximum strength Excedrin, and I went to bed. I woke up next day, barely out to work. My supervisor's like, "What happened?" It's like, "I started wrestling training." "Why did you do that?" So you're gonna come in? Is it gonna be a problem? You're gonna come in? You're gonna be all broken down and everything? Like, nah. I'll be fine. It's only 2 days a week. I'm like, I'll be fine. But eventually, the pain started getting out of hand, and I had to stop. So I lasted about almost 4 or 5 months. I had to tell Joelle, I was like, look, I can't, I can't continue. I have work to worry about. I don't want to go into work. I don't want to hurt myself really bad. Like, I break my leg, I can't walk, and I'm out of a job. I gotta, I have to go on unemployment, or, I could lie and say I'm on workers' comp, but I don't want it. I didn't do that, thankfully, but yeah, so I had a brief little wrestling career. No matches. Matches in the ring with a couple guys. And yeah, I did get my butt kicked in some of those preliminary matches. Not severely beaten, but, I got a good good lashing, if you will. But, I was just learning the ropes and everything. And yeah, that's where that wasn't where the Gilmore Cutter came to be, well, in real life, but, because I used that in the XWF, but still. That's where the Gilmore Cutter made its appearance in real life. And that's pretty much it. But I had a good time, and I thank Joel for at least giving me the opportunities that I did get in FSW, so. But, he's doing his own thing. I haven't seen him in a long time, but someday I'll see him and thank him. I was like, hey, remember me, Joel? Holy crap, how you got big? I'm like, I didn't get that big. I didn't get that old either. I still look like this. I just got a little bit, bigger in different places. But, it is what it is. But, I thank Joel for that, Now, at least getting my foot in the door, sorta in the door, but not fully in the door. When I really wanted to do was commentate wrestling, or I didn't want to be a manager. I'd rather work behind the scenes or in commentary for an indie promotion, whether it be Creative Pro, whether it be Warriors of Wrestling, whether it be GCW, or, God forbid, I throw in the tape and Hunter and Nick Khan get it, or Tony Khan gets it, or Anthem Sports gets it, owns TNA, or even Mr. Obari's son gets it. I'll fly over to Japan and live there for the rest of my goddamn life. I just probably won't bring Rose up, but shh, don't tell. But we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, that is pretty much it. Alright, so that's it for my video. So my final rating for Smackdown, it was an okay show. 6.5 out of 10 stars for the show. Let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comments section. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to sleep now, guys. And I will be back tomorrow afternoon with my Ring of Honor and TNA reviews for Thursday night over right here on the channel. So we'll get that, and then we got Collision and Rampage tomorrow night, beginning at 8 o'clock. But the following week, next Saturday, the 27th, Collision will be on at 8:30, not 8:30, thanks to the NBA and NHL playoffs, which will probably be either starting the second round or getting almost done with the first round. So Collision will be preempted again next week. It will start at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on TNT. And then Rampage will be, I don't know if it's going to be live or it's going to be taped, depending where it is. And that will be at 10:30 at night, and that will go to 11:30. So from 8:30 to 11:30 next week, Collision and Rampage, and we'll see what the ratings go for that. And tomorrow night, Collision in its regularly scheduled time of 8 o'clock, and then a special edition of Rampage from 10 to 11. And I think that at 11, we got the countdown to Dynasty. So from 8 to 11:30, we got a lot of AEW action. And that's pretty much it. So set your DVRs accordingly and enjoy 3 hours of AEW wrestling. And then that's it. And you can also watch the Met game on Channel 5 tomorrow at 7 p.m. And that's it. Then the Mets finish up that West Coast series with the Dodgers on Sunday afternoon, I believe at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. I think it's on Channel 11 or SNY, so check the local listings for that. So, if it's on Channel 11, you can watch the game and then go right into Dynasty. So, we'll see what happens with that. So, big weekend of action for baseball, the NBA and NHL playoffs start. So, it's playoff season, my friends. And don't forget, if you are a Rangers fan and you go to the game at MSG, hey, if you see me, say hello. That's that. Maybe we'll take a picture. You know, sign some autographs. I don't know, but I'm just there to just enjoy the game. So I will be there at 3 p.m. at the Garden, the Mecca, to watch Game 1 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals with the Rangers and the Washington Capitals. And we got that. I think Game 2 will be on Monday, and then Game 3 will be on Wednesday night. Oh, I gotta go back and forth with Dynamite. Fuck! Good thing I have picture-in-picture. So, we'll see what happens with that. And, what channel will be on, actually. I think it'll be on TNT or Channel 4 or 7 with the Rangers if they play on Wednesday night, Game 3. But check your local listings for the times and schedule of the games for the Rangers and the Capitals. And, we got that. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, my friends, I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your cuckooch. And if you're not down with that, well, that's too motherfucking goddamn bad, motherfuckers. Cry me a river, because if you're not down with the prophecy, you're not down with me, and everybody else is way better than you, and you fucking know it, then we all got 3 of the greatest words in the history of the sport to you. And you know what those 3 words are? Fuck you, man! That's it. You're not down with that? Fuck off and fuck you. And that's pretty much it. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Until tomorrow or till next time, I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace.